Guys, Three Brothers RC has got an awesome motor here. 6-pole, 18 slot. The magnets on the rotor are actually staggered. So this should be absolutely super smooth. This is the 3800 kV version. They also make a 1900 kV version. Me, I like the 3800 because I like to move and jump and bounce over stuff. So this thing should absolutely be awesome. I'm going to show you guys how it runs in both the Traxxas TRX4 and the Axial truck. Both of them have a Castle Mamba X ESC in them. So let me open this thing up and show you guys what's in the box. Look at this beauty. 3800 kV Kratos 6-pole. Man, I am really looking forward to running this motor. Oh, look at that sensor port sticking up at the top. That is very nice. Many times having the sensor port coming out the back, it really gets in the way, messes up your build. With this, you can just put your battery up close or chassis or whatever you want. Oh man, look at how thick these motor tabs are. You can solder anything to that. That's nice. Lots of beef there, guys. And it's sealed up. Look at the sealing around there. Wow, they really did a good job sealing this motor up. They even got the holes up here sealed. Now, when I spoke to the guys at Three Brothers RC, they said just simply put the screw in there. That the sealant will actually go back and it'll just keep everything sealed up. One thing I've noticed when it comes to crawlers and brushless motors, if you have a motor that's real hard to turn, you know, it takes a lot more power and amps to make the motor turn, and sometimes the very bottom end can suffer as far as really trying to crawl with it. So this one right here, you can actually feel just minor bumps in it. The bumps are the torques from the magnets and all that. And you can actually feel the staggered rotor in there too, if you feel it nice and closely. So this should have a massive amount of torque. I mean, the rotor is 18 millimeters. That is awesome. So that plus the 5mm shaft that you'll never break. Staggered rotor. Man, was it 18 slots in this thing? I can't wait. And it's time to put it into these trucks. So I went ahead and put the Kratos 6 into this truck, my Axial comp truck. It's on 3S, and I'm going to climb some rocks in my own yard. Now the truck was on 3S in that video. 11 tooth pinion, 56 tooth spur, stock axial spur gear on this truck. Now this truck does have the 10-2 axles, so it has the 3.75 to 1 axle ratio, but this motor is absolutely smooth. Absolutely happy with it. Got the Kratos bolted into the mount, and it went in perfectly. The sealant that was in the thread holes was not an issue at all. They went right in, tightened up perfectly. I've already got the pinion depth set, so it's just basically bolt this on, plug this in, plug the sensor wire up, and the TRX4 should be moving. The Kratos motor is in. It is on setting C, which is perfect for the 11 tooth pinion. So yeah, you can get back to stock gearing with a 5mm shaft, which is pretty nice. And we'll go ahead and put the cover on and finally give this thing a spin. I'm at the Skillplex. Time to test this motor out. Now keep in mind, I am driving one-handed while recording with the other. This is in first gear. Very impressive. Slow crawlability is really nice. Drag brake is at 100%. Control is awesome. It does have that Castle Mamba X ESC, so that may make a lot of difference here. Let's look at the downhill control. You can hear the motor driving. Look at that control. That is a very steep downhill too. Beautiful. Still driving one-handed. So I'm not as smooth as I would be normally. Beautiful. Thing's got some really good low-end control. Plus, it's got tons of pep to just bounce stuff. This is second gear. Very nice. And plenty of power. So now that you've seen the Kratos SIX motor in both the axial and the triaxis, you guys saw just how smooth this motor was. And it absolutely is a smooth motor. I've got an 11 tooth pinion gear on this thing, which I ran on both of these trucks. They're both 32 pitch. And even in second gear on the triaxis, it absolutely done great. I didn't mess with the timing on it, because you can see you can physically change the timing a little bit. I didn't mess with that. In fact, the Castle Mamba X is set at 0 degrees timing. So I absolutely love this motor. It's not a cheap motor, but then again, it's not a cheap motor. It's built really well. The 6 pole 18 slot just works really good. And for me, the 3800 kV choice of motor was worth it, because I like my trucks to move a little bit. If my trucks are crawling, they're too slow. But anyway, guys, hope you liked the video, and make sure when you're building your vehicle, you give the Kratos SIX an honest consideration. You won't be disappointed. Thank you guys for watching.